Hey y'all, welcome back to Nav Math. I hope you enjoyed looking at the photos of my dog. He just turned 10 last week, so we've had him for a while, and his name is Milo. He is very spoiled and gets fed a lot of our human food from my mom. But it's been nice being able to hang out with him during quarantine. If you have pictures of your pet, go ahead and email them to me. I would love to see the pets that y'all have, and see what type of animals y'all are into. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with today's lesson. Today's objective is I will be able to create an anchor chart to help me solve quadratic equations for their roots. So last week we learned how to how to solve different types of quadratics for their roots, because solving for the roots gives us many different information, right? If you're hitting a baseball, you can find the time the baseball bat hits the ball and the time that the ball lands on the ground. If you're thinking about a missile being shot, right? You can know when the missile was launched and when the missile will hit something. Today, we want to do an anchor chart because the steps to doing to solving these equations are pretty much the same for all problems. So let's get started. Here's our checklist for today. The first is you're going to do the launch. So if you have not done the launch yet, go ahead and pause the video here and complete the launch. If you've already finished the launch, we are going to continue watching this video. We're going to watch the sections of Edpuzzles that you need. So find the timestamp and find the section that you need. And then you're going to complete your check for understanding and the exit ticket in this document. All right, let's get started with our notes. So previously on Nav Math, we learned how to solve quadratic equations for its roots. Today, we're going to spend some time getting some more practice by making an anchor chart, which is a step-by-step guide to help you solve quadratics. So here's an example that I'm going to do. In your anchor chart, there's going to be a few different things. I've given you the textbook steps. I'm going to put it into my own words, and I'm going to show you an example using the problem. Create an anchor chart to solve the following factored form of a quadratic for its roots. So step one is to separate the two factors and set them equal to 0. Before I even start doing any math, I'm going to take this step and I'm going to put it into my own words. So what I think this is trying to tell me is to break the factors up and make each one equal to 0. Another way that you can say this that I've heard other students say is to separate the equations and set them equal to 0. Or another student can say separate the equations and make it equal to 0. It's up to you how you want to write these steps. Here's an example. So taking the example of what we learned from up there, or the example that's given up here, we're going to do 3x plus 2 equals 0 and x plus 5 equals 0. Now I'm going to start with one factor and isolate x by moving the constants. What this means in my own words is I'm going to start with one factor and I'm going to get x by itself by moving all numbers to one side. So I'm going to start with 3x plus 2 equals 0, and I'm going to get all my numbers onto one side. So I'm going to move the 2 to the other side by doing minus 2x on both sides. I have 3x equals negative 2. Okay. Now, the next step is asking a question. Is there a constant in front of the x? If yes, cancel it out. If no, the roots have been found. To put this into my own words, I'm going to say Is there a number in front of x? Yes. Cancel it out by dividing. No. We have an answer. And we're going to box it. Box or highlight it. So we have our equation 3x equals -2 from above, and we just brought it down. And I'm going to ask myself, is there a number in front of the x? Well, yes, there is. There's a number 3 in front of it. So to get rid of it, to cancel it out, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. Now I'm left with x equals -2/3. And since we're done, we can box our answer, or if we're on a computer, we're going to highlight it. Next, repeat for the other factor, meaning I'm going to repeat for the other equation. So I had x plus 5 equals 0. I'm going to move all my numbers to one side, so I'm going to subtract 5 on both sides. So x equals -5. Is there a number in front of the x? Well, if we look at it, no, there isn't any number in front of the x. So we're done. I'm going to highlight my answer or box it. For today's video, you're going to have your own U-Try. So what this means is that you're not going to submit any answers onto Edpuzzle. Instead, go ahead and fill out your document. You're going to create your anchor chart in the green box below to solve the following quadratic. 2x minus 18 times 2x plus 1. Again, the textbook steps have already been filled out for you. You must write the steps in your own words. So where it says my steps, it needs to be in your own words. And using this problem, you're going to put it into your example. If you've already finished the U-Try, you're now going to move on to your exit ticket. For your exit ticket, you're going to use your anchor chart that you created to solve the factored form for its roots. If you can, go ahead and put in your picture for your exit ticket. To make sure that you get your full points, read through the rubric, right? See what you need to do in order to get the best score that you can. Once you have finished that, make sure that you submit it, and you're all done with Nav Math for today. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll see y'all soon.